going on, everyone? We got to talk about this project Monad today because, the first video I made on this project, I was super bearish on it. I think there's way too many projects coming out, way too many altcoins coming out right now. And I think there's no space for them right now. They're all the same. And I kind of said the same thing here about Monad when it came out. And so far, it's proven to be true. Since it's launched, it's been bearish. We're going to talk about what I think about this, though. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's hop straight into this. So this project Monad, like I was saying before, my first video, I was super bearish on it. Super bearish. And I'm pretty bearish on it still. I mean, look at this. Down 9.5% in the last 24 hours. 26% in the last 7 days. Literally just launched. Like, hasn't been out 2 weeks yet. Just launched. Already down big time, major. Like, it should not be that low right now, right? But anyways, let's look at the prices here for Monad. As you can see, we are pretty much trending downwards. It's still inside of a downtrend. It's tried to take off multiple times here. I've been tracking it, and it just keeps failing, right? It just keeps pulling back harder and harder. So currently we pulled back here to almost launch prices. Actually, pretty much we're at launch prices right now. It launched at this price. So on the percent our trending exhaustion, we just keep seeing the same choppy price action here. The long-term trend here coming down, short-term trend doing the same. They're gonna probably meet up here, continue downwards even lower. It's a possibility, right? It's not definite, it's not written in stone, but obviously it's a possibility. But yeah, I just don't see anything for this project. I don't see any room for this project inside the crypto market, right? There's too many. But anyways, this is the 2-hour chart. It is pretty oversold. So there could be a recovery coming for this soon, but it could be a short-lived recovery. So I would say definitely be prepared. Like they launched their project right towards the right at the, not at the peak, but after the peak of the bull market. And now we're in this area, this weird gray area where we're kind of like entering the bear market, but people don't want to accept it. But it still looks super bearish everywhere we look. And then you get projects like this being launched. So I would say be careful, guys. This thing is so new, and it's been recently launched. So I mean, anything is possible now because now it's already out there, so they can't take it back now. But I think there's going to be a lot of projects that don't succeed through this bear run here because things are just getting choppy. I'm noticing a huge change in the altcoin markets. A lot of people are not buying altcoins as much as they did, but obviously altcoin season could start up. Well, I wouldn't even call it an altcoin season anymore, but anything could start up, and then things could start to ramp up. But I'm seeing the same thing with all of these new projects that are being launched. So be careful. But what I will say about this is it's still looking, pretty bearish. Like we can't look at big time frames because it is so new. But looking at the time frames that we have now, like this is the 30-minute chart and percent our trend exhaustion. Why is the short-term trend breaking out, but the long-term trend staying oversold and staying down? Well, because when the short-term trend drops, the price is going to drop, and then it's going to keep doing this thing where the long-term trend stays bearish for a long time, kind of like how when it first launched. Then it kind of had a relief rally, and now we're having the pain after the relief rally, right? This was the relief rally, right, for Monad. And it was a pretty big rally, right? It went up a lot, but it quickly went back down. So you can see it went all the way up, 50%, and now it's back down to launch prices. So be careful. If Bitcoin continues down, this thing is gonna drop alongside of it, and everything else is gonna keep going down. So be careful. So that's all I gotta say there. Bitcoin is overbought here on the time frames. But it could stay overbought for longer than expected, so remember that. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.